You took her.
She's safe and sound in her locker room, and you have to thank me for that. Let me introduce you to Detective Ontiveros.
Señor, a la estación de policía.
I protected her. Take him away.
You protected her.
Tell Carly the plan is in motion.
Oh, wait a minute here. What the hell is this?
No! Pagano just clocked Hammerstone! It's like something changed in Pagano on the signal of Cesar Duran. And Duran's not alone. The Azteca henchmen en masse are gathering. Hammerstone is surrounded by enemies. And they've got Hammerstone overhead. Is the betrayal of Pagano leading to Hammerstone being Cesar Duran's ultimate sacrifice?
You do understand that this is a force that we can't easily control once it's released, right?
Happy New Year! And welcome to MLW AZTECA. Your favorite matchmaker, Cesar Duran, has received some very nasty tweets about what he has done to Alex Hammerstone. What does that matter to me? Nothing. I once put my trust in my so-called believers. And you let my temple fall. You're not believers at all. You filthy renegades. But it's a new year, filled with unique opportunities, and I'm in complete control of MLW AZTECA. So, let Alex Hammerstone be an object lesson to every man and woman in the MLW locker room. Even the world heavyweight champion has to bend the knee to Cesar Duran. Silver or lead, plata or plomo. Alex Hammerstone felt he was too good for my silver. You know, to be El Jefe, you have to show complete power. You have to show the world that there are consequences for not respecting that power, my power. I trust that you know that Alex Hammerstone is reflecting on that even now. But what does any of that? What does that matter? Nothing! When the cathedral of violence has opened the doors. This is MLW AZTECA, so let's lucha!
MLW fans, it's Joe Dombrowski, Rich Bocchini. We are ringing in 2022 south of the border here in Mexico.
Yeah, MLW AZTECA bringing us to not only some of the grandest arenas in Mexico, but also the underground fight clubs. That's where we are today, Joe.
But there's been a lot of questions directed at Cesar Duran as far as the whereabouts of MLW World Champion Alexander Hammerstone. That may be why we're here this week.
Well, let's not get in trouble with the boss here in Mexico. Instead, let's look at today's card.
Tonight, 2 titles are on the line. First, the Bumaye Fight Club rumbles with one of Lucha Libre's finest. In his first title defense, Alex Kane puts his national Openweight championship on the line against Aerostar.
Now looking forward to that, but Joe, as you alluded to, where has Cesar Duran taken Alex Hammerstone? The roster up in arms following the shocking alleged kidnapping of the World Heavyweight Champion last week, and tonight, the Pride of Puerto Rico, Savio Vega, steps up on behalf of the locker room. He's looking for answers and revenge against the man who blindsided Hammerstone and assisted El Jefe in his devious deed. It's the Juarez Hellraiser, Pagano. But first, we are set to kick things off this week with a World Tag Team title fight here in Tijuana.
Una de las facciones más importantes y actuales campeones de pareja de MLW. Slice Boogie y Danny Limelight 51-50.
Slice Boogie and Rivera. Right now, let's hear from the World Tag Team Champions themselves.
5150 versus the Von Erichs for the MLW Tag Team Championships. Oh, y'all done fucked up.
It's going down, Von Erichs. Check this, I find it real convenient that all of a sudden, y'all decide y'all want to show up back to work because MLW is running in your backyards.
Oh, we come from a famous wrestling family. Oh, we're just gonna get a title shot because MLW wants to run in Texas. Yeah, woo, yeehaw! Fuck all that.
That's that entitled bullshit. That's that entitled shit that we don't fuck with because we don't give a fuck about no last name that some marks on the internet care about.
We've been grinding our whole lives. We from the projects. We from the jungle, the concrete jungle. What y'all had to do?
You ain't entitled to these titles, so when you pull up, because you gonna get in a little freebie, you gonna get your ass whipped by 5150. We gonna leave you there bleeding. We gonna ride over with some real horsepower, so you better not bring your family to watch. It's gonna be an ass whipping they ain't never experienced, you heard?
We not fucking with y'all. Texas ain't fucking with us. We ain't fucking with them. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. We don't give a fuck about y'all.
Uno de sus rivales hace su presencia en el escenario. Nacido en Mexicali, Baja California, puro 420, Skalibur.
All right, the tag team titles are on the lines we're on the line here as a guy known as X-Cal.
Well, by any name, he'll have his work cut out for him as we see a few of the scenes from 5150's MLW World Tag Title victory, overcoming Los Parks, one of Lucha Libre's most famous families, in that Philly street fight ending in that 4-5-6 head crack.
El hablar menos, demostrar más de la lucha libre. Hoy por hoy es una de las grandes promesas con ustedes, Destiny.
Black Destiny, the tag team partner for X-Cal, and we are underway. The tag team titles on the line here in Tijuana.
Lucha a una sola caída y sin límite
X-Cal
de
up to the
tiempo.
outside,
Como
and you know,
referir el
Danny,
encuentro, el peluche.
Rivera, Slice Boogie, and Conan. Joe, I was saying this before, from day one, Battle Riot, the first time they set foot in the ring here in MLW, it was made very, very clear that the tag team titles were the ultimate goal for 5150.
If 5150 are still champions January 21 in Dallas, the Von Erichs will challenge in their hometown, MLWDallas.com for more.
Anyone that came in the path of 5150, bottom line, became victims. And Los Parks were defeated, and part of that is because Conan always has a plan, always has an answer. LA Park was waiting in the wings, ready to help out his sons, but Conan had Homicide watching as well.
Will Conan's plan work tonight? This tag title match continues next.
Oh, hold on here. Oh, my gosh. Black Destiny diving through the ropes, and now X-Cal winding up as well. Here he comes. Full speed ahead over the top. Corkscrew. Takes out Rivera, takes out Boogie. And the MLW Tag Team Champs are in trouble here in Tijuana.
Well, yeah, this is certainly the opportunity of a lifetime for Destiny and X-Cal. They've got the home field advantage, and 5150, they've got to have their head on a swivel. I mean, think about it. The Von Erichs won a tag team championship opportunity coming up in Dallas. I know Aerostar and Drago have been doing some media tours here in conjunction with this event, and they said they'd like an opportunity at the champs. And what about all the other teams that 5150 has victimized on the way to the top?
5150 has put the entire tag team division on notice And Boogie back up on the ring apron, and we saw him crash into the ropes as, you know, it went head first, and it was kind of, big clothesline there. Was half thinking that, boy, he might have busted his nose. It looks like he's all right, though.
Yeah, honestly, going into the ropes like that is worse than going through the ropes because,
big suplex.
That steel cable bouncing back into your face could have some long-term effects, 2 count only. Boogie is the power of the team, the man that calls himself the king of the concrete jungle, and 5150 has said they have been out to take what they never were able to have growing up. That's opportunity, that's success, that's money, that's power, and they've got all of that and then some. And Danny Limelight Rivera, the radioactive Poppy, the legal man in this matchup right now, a man that, a veteran of the Marine Corps, a man that has been an expert marksman, and all he needs is one shot in that ring to take his opponent down. And there you see Boogie getting his shots in as well as Rivera creates the diversion.
Referee with his attention diverted, and 5150 doing a number on Black Destiny. Cover. And a kick out of 2. Black Destiny, just 23 years old. Spoke to some of the locals, and they said, you know, this is a young man who is so talented. One of the top young stars in Tijuana. As we mentioned, that really encompasses and really says a lot about what the fans think of Black Destiny.
Certainly he's earned the respect, and firing off with a shot on Rivera, a second one. But I don't know, and Conan has mentored a lot of great teams, and Conan has, he has led the charge.
Cover here, trying to put it away, and a kick out at 2.
Conan's led the charge for a lot of great factions over the past 15 years or so. I don't know if any of them have ever been as hungry and passionate about what they believe in as Rivera and Boogie, because they speak from the heart and they fight like their lives depend on it.
Rivera mocking Excal, saying, come on, why don't you tag your partner? Big power slam there and a tag made.
Rivera.
Slingshot.
Bit of showmanship here. He loves to show off.
Outside in, and wipes Excal down to the floor, cover. And a kick out at 2, and
Rivera brings so much flavor and panache to everything he does.
Not happy with the officials' count. Fans really behind the home team, if you will.
Well, they want to see an upset as much as anybody would. This would be headline-making throughout the world, and it would send another monkey wrench up and down the MLW World Tag Team Championship rankings.
We talked about the Von Erichs coming up very, very soon. Just a couple of weeks, the Von Erichs make their return as MLW heads back to Dallas.
Yeah. Ending a near 40-year drought of Von Erichs challenging for a world championship in the Dallas area.
Into the cover here. The tag team champs trying to put it away. Kick out by Black Destiny at 2. You know, it's always a warm, rousing welcome for the Von Erichs whenever MLW is back in the DFW area. Excited to be downtown Dallas this time inside Gillies.
I think 5150 sneaking ahead.
Of course they are. First things first, gotta get out of here today. Oh my God! Excal crashed down hard to the concrete.
Jeez.
Cover. Not enough to put it away. Wow, Black Destiny really hanging in there.
That speaks the resiliency, and Rivera's getting hot at us.
Yeah, what's he yelling at us about?
Because we're here. I know.
Well, who knows?
But either way, you have our full attention. Danny Limelight Rivera, and
Destiny out of the way now, going to the top. Rivera planted with a big drop kick.
That's what you get when you lose focus, Rivera.
Missile off the top, and now Destiny trying to make it to his corner, makes the tag. Excal, the legal man, off the top. Wow!
Graceful through the air with incredible impact is Excal.
This 25-year-old flying through the air, but caught, and now tossed up to the shoulders. Uh-oh. Excal able to shove Boogie off, takes him down.
Yeah, how do you navigate a man that size? There's Rivera.
Oh! Power bombed onto his own partner. Cover. Both men covered, double count, and a kick out at 2.
Could you imagine the statement that would make? Not only using Rivera as an offensive weapon against his own partner, but a double pin for a moment we almost thought we had.
Things starting to break down here. And tag team titles are on the lines here in Tijuana. Oh!
It's advantage 51-50. The rules go out the window.
What a combo maneuver that was. Excal caught, big boot. And this could be it right here, Joe. Off the top, double stop, planted.
That's the 4-5-6 head crack.
And that's it.
Y los vencedores de la lucha, los actuales campeones de parejas MLW 51-50.
Well, you look into the eyes of Rivera there a moment ago, you see focus, you see determination, you see a goal achieved that 51-50 have worked their entire lives for. What will you have to do to this duo to get that gold away from their hands?
Hey yo, we just demonstrated why we're the best tag team in the world. Now I got these two loudmouths back there talking a lot of yang, Aerostar and Drago. Aerostar y Drago, si son muy buenos, siguen hablando que son mejores con nosotros. Aquí vienen los chicharrones, aguas.
Wait, here comes Aerostar and Drago. Apparently Conan heard that media call earlier like we did, and they're not wasting any time. Aerostar and Drago putting their hat in the ring as tag title contenders.
Brawling around ringside now as the tag team champions. Successful here in Tijuana, but boy, could this be Aerostar and Drago cutting the line, so to speak.
I don't know if this is the way to confront 51-50, but it's working. Aerostar and Drago have infiltrated our fight club, and they're staking claim to a tag title match.
Well, this fight continues. We turn our attention to the question that the entire league is asking: where is Hammerstone? Cesar Duran's loyal servants carted off the beaten and battered World Heavyweight Champ after the conclusion of last week's shocking main event. Now we've since gotten word that several members of the MLW roster have expressed extreme concern at this outrageous developing situation. Earlier this week, correspondent Alicia Atut made her way to San Juan, Puerto Rico to speak with perhaps one of the most outspoken of Cesar's recent detractors and one of the competitors at tonight's main event, the Pride of Puerto Rico, Savio Vega.
See more beaches. I mean, beautiful. El Morro. Oh my God, you're gonna see more.
Oh, there's so much more to see. I mean, before you kind of take me around and show me that, I do want to ask you one thing. When it comes to everything that went down with Cesar, I know. How are you feeling about it?
I'm hot. I went to talk to him because I'm not happy with what happened to Hammerstone. Not at all. But I told him one thing very clear. I want my IWA back. He and Antonos have something in common, I don't know what, but I want my company. You know what he told me? If I beat Pagano, I'm gonna get my company back. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, beat him. So Cesar, be ready to get my company back a mi manera o para calle.
Savio Vega has all the motivation he needs to fight Pagano, and he'll do so under hardcore rules as two of the most violent men of their eras collide tonight.
Well, social media blew up in the wake of Enzo's debut a month ago. However, it wasn't his win over Matt Cross that they were talking about. It was another controversial incident involving the notorious Enzo and his unprovoked attack on Casey Navarro. Now the league has fined Enzo for his conduct and demanded an apology. Will we get one? Let's find out.
I gotta ask, why did you do that to Casey? You said this kid was your boy. You know him since he was a little kid. He's been to your boxing gym. Why would you do that?
Everyone who fights you ain't your enemy. Everyone who helps you ain't your friend. I like Casey. I just taught him a valuable lesson in this business. Never turn your back on anybody. It's disrespect.
Enzo talking about respect? Come on, give me a break. MLW instituted an open door policy. Enzo ought to be turned around and shoved right back out of it. Well, fans, last week Alexander Hammerstone signed a new long-term deal with MLW, but he's not the only one. The American Wolf, Davey Richards, recently put pen to paper on a new deal extending with years added, making the American Wolf MLW for the foreseeable future. Now, speaking of Richards, the 2021 Opera Cup winner is here in the house. Richards will talk about his new MLW deal and his goals. We're going to hear from Davey in just a few moments.
But first, check out this tweet from the owner of MLW, Court Bauer. The fact that Cesar Duran is still in power makes you wonder, does Cesar have something on Bauer or the league? Why is he still in power? Well, hold on. Well, Emilio Sparks just posted this online. Roll it.
Holiday.
Do you know where Hammerstone is?
I was just about to ask
Don't
you
waste
that.
my time, thank you. Hammer in there? Cesar got hammer in there? Let me in. Hammer in there?
Richard!
Come on!
Richard, it's not worth it.
It's 100%
No, it's
worth it.
not.
This is hammer, come on.
You're feeding into his game. Stop.
I'm not feeding into his games. They got hammer in there. I know he's in there.
I'm telling you it's not worth it.
MLW needs answers. Will Emilio get them for us?
Football was everything when I was a kid, and my dream was to play in the NFL. I got an opportunity in 2012 to go to the NFL Combine. I wanted to be the best in every category. When I got there, I broke the record for bench. I did 33 reps at 225 at my position. I jumped 42-inch vertical. I jumped a 10-2 in my broad jump. I came to show up and show out. So after my professional football stint playing in the NFL, I still had that drive. I was still hungry. I wanted to compete. So I started bodybuilding because I was working out anyway. So I might as well get paid to do it. So I decided to start competing in the NPC. And after about a year and a half, I was able to turn pro. Something that takes people 10, sometimes 15 years. But because of my grit, my determination, and my faith, I managed to do it. As an athlete, you don't want to find yourself sitting around. You still got that drive, that spirit of competitiveness. And so, at the time, bodybuilding was it. MLW is coming to the Triple D. I'm talking about Dallas, Texas. We talking about the Judges' homecoming. And I can't wait because I am with the #1 company right now, MLW, and I got time for this. The judge is ready.
Now we go, Black Danger, easy. But yo, Aerostar and Drago put it. Yo, son, they don't know what they dealing with?
They think because we in their hood and they can put their hands on us on the tag champ, dog?
You wanna know you?
What type of weird shit is this?
Yo, get out of there, bro.
Yo, read that. This what we doing now? We out here passing notes like we in high school, some chick got a crush on one of us? Oh, can you please wrestle Aerostar and Drago for the MLW World Tag Titles, yes or no? That's what they want. They want Slice Boogie, they want Rivera, 5150 to defend the MLW World Tag Team Champs, and the Fausto Gutierrez Auditorium in Mexico in front of 5,000 fans, sold out crowd, that's what they want? That's what you get, bitch!
Cesar didn't put them against us for them to take the titles. You know what? Cesar put them against us so that we could sacrifice them.
Yup.
15 on 50. 15 on 50.
But we understand that we finally gotten Aerostar and Drago separated from 5150 after they brawled all around the Fight Club. Tensions are high, and it all surrounds the MLW World Tag Team titles, but we've just received word that these two top-tier luchadors will challenge Rivera and Boogie for the gold right here next week.
Y el primero en arribar el cuadrilátero, the National Openweight Champion de MLW, Alex Kane.
a month ago that Calvin Tankman had a parking lot confrontation with the Openweight Fight Club that resulted in Mr. Thomas pressing charges against the heavyweight hustle. Since then, Tankman has made bail, but because of his legal situation, is sitting stateside watching and waiting for his crack at the brand new champ.
Originario de la Ciudad de México, pero ha radicado toda su vida en el cosmos y hoy llega a la arena Aerostar.
One of the top high flyers in the sport today, Aerostar, set to battle Alex Kane in some breaking news here. Wow, this just in. Enzo's been suspended following his brutal attack on promising middleweight Casey Navarro and for refusing to issue an apology. So some breaking news right there as Alex Kane set to defend the National Openweight Championship here in Tijuana against Aerostar. Somebody who's been granted this National Openweight Championship matchup perhaps because of his relationship with Cesar Duran.
En mano a mano. A ganar una sola caída y sin límite de tiempo. Como referee de este encuentro, el peluche.
A rich history does Aerostar have with Cesar Duran. Aerostar, a former trios champion in the Boyle Heights era of Cesar's career. And of course, you can hear the ring announcer, you can see the aesthetics. It's not what we're used to here in MLW. We are in an underground fight club here in Tijuana, Mexico, because Cesar Duran is taking MLW on the road and seeing out his vision. And you got to believe that in an environment like this, with Cesar Duran at the helm, absolutely anything is possible.
Alex Kane very, very confident. And Aerostar looks a little tentative here in the early going, Joe.
Well, the lucha tradition and the culture, very big on the backstory and almost a mythology surrounding many of these performers, many of these competitors. Aerostar, it's said that he comes from the cosmos. It's said that he's almost otherworldly, and if you see what Aerostar can do, the risks he can take, how high he can soar. It doesn't matter if it's the top rope, it doesn't matter if it's a balcony, it doesn't matter if it's the roof. Aerostar does not have any fear, any surcease. He will take any chance he feels he needs to win.
As you mentioned, Aerostar granted this title shot, part of the new open door policy for all free agents in professional wrestling, and that certainly brings up some exciting prospects, and we're getting a taste of that here this afternoon.
Do you think that Alex Kane is looking across the ring at Aerostar? Wait a minute, Aerostar, a corkscrew punch to start things out. I mean, Aerostar could play spoiler here. He could defeat Alex Kane in his very first title defense, Hurricane Rana TakeOver. Now, we talked about where Aerostar's mind is. Alex Kane, I gotta believe he's in a good place because he doesn't have to deal with Calvin Tankman this week.
Yeah, Calvin Tankman unable to travel here to Mexico due to some legal issues that he's faced.
Say it for what it is, Rich. It's an assault charge at the hands of Kane and Mr. Thomas. And it's all instigated by Kane. It's all instigated by him getting involved in Tankman's matches. Kane's the reason Tankman didn't make it to the finals of the Opera Cup. And now, even going as far as to bring Stephen P. New into this thing to cause all kinds of litigation. Calvin Tankman can't be here this week on MLW AZTECA.
Do you think that Kane is ducking Tankman? Because it kind of seems that way.
Well, if I'm Alex Kane, I should realize that I've created a monster. I put Calvin Tankman in a mindset that maybe I wasn't prepared for. But Kane is prepared to show that power.
100+ suplexes, and there's a big fall-away slam.
Yeah, Kane has not even broken out those suplexes yet. And there you hear the call, Boumaye, the Fight Club. Nobody could match the price of Kane throughout the market after they left the American Top Team. So Alex Kane created his own fighting group, his own subdivision. And Kane, I think he's going to become a hot ticket because there's going to be a lot of young athletes that may want to join Alex Kane's squadron.
Challenger Aerostar tied up in the ropes as Kane drives the knee right into the shoulder, and there's Mr. Thomas getting involved.
And when you're a man the size of Mr. Thomas, you don't have to do a lot to do damage. And Aerostar felt every bit of that. You got to respect Alex Kane in some form or fashion, a man that had it dead set. His mission was to get into the Opera Cup, even at the expense of taking somebody out, as that overhead belly-to-belly release, the first to potentially many suplexes. Kane into the cover here and finds only 2, but Kane couldn't find a way into the Opera Cup. He made his own luck. He made his own opportunity, and he found his way into that Openweight Championship matchup Thanksgiving night, and Alex Kane now has all the spoils he was after.
No surprise that the fans here in Tijuana chanting for Aerostar.
Not at all. And you look at just how beloved many of these luchadors are. They're going to be the home team, so to speak, but these cross faces by Kane, and you hit one of those flush right in the right place, you could break a guy's nose. Aerostar's not moving.
Big clubbing blows there by Alex Kane, the national openweight champion. Of course, still wondering about the whereabouts of the MLW World Heavyweight Champion Alex Hammerstone. As, hold on here, Kane setting up for a suplex. Aerostar shifts his weight, Enziguri connects, and now it is Kane trying to find some room in the corner. That last kick stung him a bit.
The Espada Underground Fight Club is rocking for Aerostar now, and there you see the double knees connect. Kane is on the defensive.
Mr. Thomas out there to help, and heads up now. Aerostar, here he comes. Step up, oh my God! Step up toe, the step up tope down to that concrete floor. No crash pads, no nothing here.
Yeah, it is no frills. It is almost primitive in nature. But that's the type of gritty feel that Cesar Duran wants. These fighters are going to be in dangerous territory. Who can adapt and survive? Those are the ones that are going to succeed.
Aerostar, yeah, he's going up top. And wait a minute now, hold on, that's
Rivera from 51-50. Obviously still some sour emotions over that altercation earlier in the hour.
And now Alex Kane setting up.
And then you see that choke, that's a kata hajime. That's what Kane used to choke out Alex Shelley in that ladder match. And now Aerostar is being ragdolled in the center of the ring.
Referee in there to check. Ragdolled is absolutely right. Aerostar's out cold.
Aerostar's gone limp. Stop this now, referee, before Kane does some permanent damage.
Referee trying to get in there and calls for the bell.
Kane. El vencedor de la lucha. El actual campeón Openweight de MLW, Alex Kane.
Alex Kane with a submission maneuver. Aerostar out cold. Boy, Joe, you said it. He was ragdolled, he was limp, and Aerostar now just starting to come through a little bit. But man, you got to credit not only the distraction by Mr. Thomas, but the interference of 51-50.
Yeah, that issue is far from over between Aerostar and Drago, but Alex Kane wants to make the Underground Fight Club his house, still undefeated, head of the Bumaye Fight Club and the National Openweight Champion.
Cesar is outside of his office. We're gonna go talk to him. Everybody is talking about Hammerstone, but nobody's finding him. Freddy, let's go find him. Cesar, El Jefe, talk to me, boss man. I wanna know what's going on. Where is the World Heavyweight Champion? You look agitated about this. What is on your mind, Cesar?
What is on my mind, Emilio? You want to know what is on my mind? What is on my mind is that you cannot find any good help anywhere these days. And I'm in a fighting frame of mind right now, so please, continue. At last, where were you? Well, listen, I don't want to hear you. Here you go. Here you have it. Where are your gloves? You want to leave fingerprints all over the place? And look at that collar. You see what I mean? Embarrassing. Now go and place the package in a less conspicuous location.
Hey, yo, Duran! Everybody is looking for Hammerstone.
That's what I'm trying to
find out. Where's Hammerstone at?
Mr. Nduka, the way you already speak with your brothers and sisters in the locker room of MLW speaks to your natural leadership. Please, join me inside.
Look, I'm not here to play games. We need to find Hammerstone.
Trust me.
We're gonna go find that henchman.
Is he nuts?
Major League Wrestling fans, my name is Stephen New. I am a proud Army veteran. At the law offices of New Taylor Associates, we take great pride in representing our veterans. We're representing combat veterans who sustained hearing loss as a result of 3M making defective earplugs. Time is running out and there is no charge for your consultation or case review. Contact our law office for a free initial consultation and case screening to find out if you're entitled to compensation.
Emilio Sparks is looking to answer the question we all want an answer to. What did Cesar Duran do with Hammerstone? Is he being held captive? Is this some sort of intimidation game? We'll update you as we... Wait, what? Matt's Krueger?
This is the very arena where Contra units stage their occupation. That history will not repeat itself.
Contra lies in ashes. MLW is no longer my concern. Give me the betrayer. Give me the Judas. Give me Fatu.
I can feel your anger. It's intoxicating, but you have to earn your vengeance.
Name your price. Just give me Fatu.
There's a gremlin from hell. Will you face him?
I will do anything to claim my trophy.
Very well. You will face Bestia 666.
I will annihilate him.
We shall see.
MLW's doing big things in 2022. Don't miss Mads Krueger and Bestia 666 in a Tijuana street fight right here next week on MLW AZTECA. The Von Erichs homecoming is January 21 as Ross and Marshall look to break a 37-year family drought on world titles. MLWDallas.com for more info there. And February 26, we head to Charlotte, North Carolina for our annual Super Fight.
Freddie, we've been following this henchman all day. Something isn't right about this dude. My common sense is tingling. Let's go. I'm going down.
Emilio Sparks is on the trail looking for Hammer, but what could he possibly find? With Cesar Duran, you never know.
I'm Big Big Long Garvin, and I'm here at MLW to prove something. You ain't gotta be an athlete to get your bag. You can do it your way, and that's what B's gonna do here at MLW. You line them up, I'm eating that breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they better have dessert too. Get out of my face! Ugh. Ugh.
Y llega directamente desde la isla del encanto.
Cesar Duran's Underground Lucha Fight Club continues as Savio Vega. What's that? Davey Richards. Right, apparently something's happened to the 2021 Opera Cup winner. And there's, we have a camera there. What, that is Davey, who is down. He had the Opera Cup with him when he walked in there. I can only imagine that, I don't want to speculate here, it seems like somebody attacked Davey and stole the cup. Can we get some kind of confirmation on that?
Está en la casa por una simple y sencilla razón. ¿Por qué? Porque sin payaso no hay fiesta, papá. Con ustedes, Pagano!
Pagano out of Juarez, Mexico, one of those violent and brutal hardcore wrestlers in the sport. You know, he's known from time to time to say this, sin pasayo, no hay fiesta. You know what that means, Joe?
What does that mean?
Without the clown, there's no party.
Well, it was far from a party atmosphere when we saw what Pagano and King Huertes and Cesar Duran did to Alexander Hammerstone, our reigning world champion. We still haven't seen Hammerstone since. A senseless assault. Pagano took Cesar Duran's dirty money, and as a result, Savio Vega, who had Hammerstone back in War Chamber, not only fighting for Hammerstone, but as you mentioned, also fighting in the hopes of regaining some sort of control of IWA Puerto Rico, which Cesar Duran quietly acquired a couple of years ago. Savio Vega is almost like an uncle to all of the wrestlers on the island of Puerto Rico. He's respected, he's revered. People look up to him so much, and he's been such a mentor and a leader of IWA Puerto Rico, but has felt so powerless now that Cesar Duran has used his corporate influence and his money to acquire that brand. Savio wants his baby back. There's no other way to put it, and Savio will fight through hell to get it.
What do you make of this, I don't know, potential gift, maybe? The opportunity that's been granted to Savio? I mean, Cesar Duran saying if you go out there, if you beat Pagano in this matchup, I'll free up some of the control that I have over IWA Puerto Rico. I'll give some of that back to you. Is that an olive branch? What do you think that means from Cesar?
I think it's Cesar Duran luring Savio Vega into a disadvantageous situation. In Cesar's Fight Club, with Cesar's hand-selected fighter as the opponent, El Jefe has a plan, and Savio may be too brave, too proud, too tough, whatever, to even second-guess it.
Savio at the clothesline. Pagano crashes down hard.
And they're into the cover.
A lot on the line here, and you know, you gotta wonder, we've talked about this before, Savio complaining about a potential slow count. You said it, some of the officials here,
I mean,
maybe not always on the up and up.
Those fans unaware, the referees here in Lucha Libre culture are not against taking bribes, they're not against accepting handouts, and sometimes they have their own vendettas, sometimes they can abuse their power as well, and if Cesar Duran is signing my checks to begin with,
that's right,
then that can only potentially further influence the decision. Savio is very much in uncharted territory here. He's not in a comfortable area as far as Cesar Duran's hand-selected venue, a hand-selected referee, a hand-selected opponent. I mean, listen, I don't care how many people are helping. You take down Hammerstone, you beat the hell out of our world champion, you've done something very few people in this industry can do. Very few people in this sport will be able to accomplish the fact that they can come out here and say, I took down Alex Hammerstone. Pagano can do that.
From the outside in with the elbow cover, trying to put away Savio.
And a near fall.
Tio Savio able to kick out, but you know, I think the long and short of the whole thing is this. It's been proven now and made very, very clear to everybody. So there will be severe consequences if you don't do business with Cesar Duran the way that he wants you to do business with him. If he feels he's been slighted in any way, boy, are there going to be consequences.
And the way Cesar prefers to do business is all the benefit to Cesar and none to anybody else. Let's be clear.
Which is why this opportunity here tonight for Savio to get a piece of IWA Puerto Rico back is in many ways kind of perplexing to me, Joe.
Well, keep in mind, before Savio Vega found great mainstream success in the United States, he was known as TNT in Puerto Rico, and some of the most violent, bloody, chaotic wars in the history of our sport were against the likes of Carlos Colon, Abdul the Butcher, the most legendary violent names of our sport. Savio Vega has faced them and quite often beaten them.
Savio following Pagano to the outside, and Pagano, you notice the shirt that he's wearing? You see what that says?
What's it say?
Dead rats don't squeak.
All right, well, there's a number of connotations there. None of them are good for anybody.
Oh, he specializes in what he calls El Noah style, the crazy punk scene of Juarez. So Pagano, a big punk rock fan. But
yeah, and that takes with it kind of a natural, just anti-establishment, lawlessness nature.
But, you know, see, you wonder, oh, God, look at this. Right into the.
That's solid steel. It's solid skull first.
That is oh, hold on. What is Pagano? Oh, Pagano, there's an extra ring frame. The steel ring frame on the side of the building here. Pagano literally went over and tried to pick it up. And can only imagine what he would have done to Savio with that.
Yeah, we could have seen the end of a legend's career if Pagano were successful in being able to pick up that piece of machinery.
He's trying to take a chunk out of Savio's skull.
We know Pagano.
Savio is split open, no doubt, from going into that steel gate.
Yeah.
You know, but you wonder, Joe, is there another connotation to this? Dead rats don't squeak. Is that a message to Savio from Cesar, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe that's Cesar's version of snitches get stitches. Maybe that's, you know, just don't get in our way and we won't have to do anything to you.
Looked like Pagano was just trying to, I'm not sure if he did or not. It looked like he licked Savio's forehead. It's nasty, isn't it?
Enjoying the taste, and it's after digging his teeth into that cut to make it wider.
Yeah.
I mean, just no conscience in Pagano at all. And we've seen he can be bought. He can be controlled.
Savio continues to leak blood from the top of his head. Pagano nailed as he tried to slingshot himself in. Oh man, Savio is split open.
And Pagano fell on that broomstick or whatever it is and nearly cracked that in half upon impact as you see the damage done. Savio in a bad way. But
trying to choke Pagano. And a kick out of two.
I think Savio just intimidated the referee into counting.
Well, no disqualification matchup. The referee earlier tried to stop Savio from choking Pagano.
What's it gonna take to stop one of these athletes? We'll find out after this.
Major League Wrestling fans, my name is Stephen New, and I'm so proud that my law office can bring to each and every one of you Major League Wrestling. I've been a professional wrestling fan since August 1981, my entire life. If you or a loved one need legal services, contact me at newlawoffice.com or at 800-208-9169. So come on and join us as we enjoy some great in-ring action.
Taking a couple shots at the thigh, and now Pagano, is he going to try again? Pushes Savio away. Pagano off the top. Springboard kick.
Yeah, Pagano wanted to get that leap. That extra spring will increase the impact in the drop kick, and you can see the after effects. Pagano got what he wanted. It took a while, but his mission was accomplished.
You wonder where in the bowels of this fight club is Cesar Duran lurking? Is he watching? What is he keeping his eyes on? Pagano kicking the chair and that broomstick out of the way. Savio Vega sitting on top
of
the buckle. And no, come on now. This is the last thing Savio needs.
Well, you knew it would lead to something like this to keep one of these men down.
Thumbtacks all over the canvas.
And whether it's
both men up top. Oh no! Oh God!
Pagano hits chest and stomach first.
He's grabbing a handful of those thumbtacks as now Savio. Oh!
Into the eyes! The thumbtacks just caught Savio in the eyes.
Savio already bloodied.
Yeah, whether it's pride, whether it's control of IWA Puerto Rico, whether it's at the behest of the still MLW Hammerstone, whatever the cause for this fight is more than anything, these men are going all out. Moonsault with a chair on top of Savio and Pagano just pinned the legendary Savio Vega.
El vencedor de la lucha estelar, el Noah Exile, porque sin payaso no hay fiesta. Pagano.
Well, the Extreme King lives up to that moniker, and I gotta believe that Cesar Duran got what he wanted out of this matchup.
After what we saw earlier tonight, could Aerostar and Drago win gold here in Mexico? They'll face 51-50 for the belts next week.
And it's been 2 months since the collapse of Contra. Next week, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, finally breaks his silence.
And the masked mercenary, Mads Krueger, will be in action. He has Jacob Fatu in his crosshairs in the collision the world wants to see. But the 7-foot South African will have to overcome hardcore warrior Bestia, Sace, in a street fight to get there. Can he survive? We'll find out next week. Wait, what? Emilio streaming? Cut to the stream now, go now!
Miss you for a while. What is this?
You piece of shit! It's me! Hammer! It's me! Get me out of here! Get me out of here! My hand! Come on, what's wrong? What happened? Where the fuck is Cesar?
What happened? Get out of here, come on. Come on, we're gonna find him. We're gonna get him.